That's 2:34 a.m. I'm rudely awakened in order to go out to the airport, get on a flight at 4:25 so that I can then drive 2.25 hours to Spielberg, pick up a new parking pass and go to the track and do a 10-hour day. This must be peak hour. For 3:15 in the morning, this is quite busy out here. Good morning. Is row 1 available?
No, it's busy. Second row, it's available.
Window, please. For check-in there, simply a passport and my COVID test result from yesterday, and then as I was about to depart, the check-in person just simply asked what is my reason for travelling. I stated Formula 1 photographer, and I was allowed through. Very simple procedure for getting through immigration. Just hand your passport, and he asked me where I was going. I told him Vienna, and he said thank you and ushered me through here. I'm not sure there's a lounge in here.
They were born in America, but we are Albanians.
So you're a Formula 1 fan?
Yep.
Right, well you'll be on my blog now.
Subscribe to Kill Millman.
Well, this is the first time I've been recognised in Albania by these lovely people here. As you heard the young man, do the right thing and subscribe. Well, it says there's a business lounge here. I'm not sure if travelling Austrian Airlines gets me in, but we shall find out in a moment. Hello.
I need your card.
Passport?
Do you have a priority pass?
That's a pretty good lounge, better than I expected, and they have charging cables for electronics, which is nice. It's very quiet in here, very calm. I've just been paged throughout the airport, so I have to go to check-in desk 13. My external hard drives caught their attention, but after a brief look at it, it was all okay, and it's now on the conveyor belt out to the plane. Time to get on the bus and go out to the Austrian Airlines plane. Anyway, I'm dressed to go straight to the track in my standard polo shirt, jeans shorts, and on-running very comfortable waterproof shoes. Hello. Thank you.
Have a nice flight.
It's quite amazing the number of people who just aren't wearing masks. And even on this bus, 50% don't have it on. The novelty of a kid kicking the back of my seat in the first 6 minutes of being on this plane wore off very quickly, so I've swapped aisles. And the leg room is pretty good. Toasted sandwich for breakfast this morning, nice and hot. Ham and cheese, and very good. And crust off. That is a winner. Now this I thought was yogurt, but it's like a dessert. Got a bit of lemon, a bit of strawberry at the bottom. No, that's on my arm. In fact, it's quite wicked. Ich möchte ein Glas Wasser, bitte. Very impressed with Austrian Airlines. If we have an air bridge here, that would be a dream because I can be out reasonably quickly through immigration. Well, I've got to wait for my luggage, I guess, and that tends to be a drain. Then I've got to grab a hire car, which I've actually booked this time, so I should not be having to spend an hour and a bit dicking around with that. And then it's a straight drive to Spielberg. Baggage collected at 6:28, so that's 23 minutes from getting off the plane to picking up baggage. That's not bad. If you're staying in a hotel and you need to do some washing, why don't you ring down to the laundry and ask if they'll give you a cup of detergent? Oftentimes they're more than happy to do so. In fact, I've never been knocked back. It'll save you the inconvenience and cost of having to buy laundry detergent that you'll never use. So it's now 6:45. I got off at 6:05, 40 minutes from getting out of the plane to picking up this A-Class Mercedes. at an expensive rate. It's 315 euros for 2.5 days, but didn't have much choice. Now I should say that the trip to Spielberg should have taken about 2 hours 20 minutes. It took 3 hours and 40, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit I think I may have put in the wrong destination to Google Maps. But anyway, I got there in the end, spent a heck of a long day, very tired shooting, got back to the guest house about 11 o'clock and just went straight to bed. Well, I spent 2 nights at this beautiful guest house in Kindberg, which I thought was about 45 minutes from the track. Turns out town is 45 minutes, another 12 minutes up the mountain. Beautiful view. Trouble is, I'm only really here to sleep, and as you can see, the room is quite small, but comfortable. Now it's off to the track for race day, and then I'll head off in this little Mercedes 180D to Vienna Airport for my flight to Bucharest tonight. Well, that's the 9th race of the year done and dusted, so I'm going to now drive to Vienna, and I think it's going to take about 2.5 hours. I have to pack all of this stuff that I've got in the boot, and it's everywhere in this car, into a suitcase and a carry-on. Well, that was a pretty good run. I'm still on track to make it to the airport just before 8, although I'm stopping here obviously, and that'll add some minutes to it. The traffic was pretty good. There's a slow spot, and there always is, coming out of that track for about the first 20 kilometres. It's always slow, and then the traffic splits off into 2 directions, Vienna, which I'm heading towards, and Salzburg. And once all that traffic goes to Salzburg, on the right, it just frees up beautifully. The challenge I have is to see if I can get all of my stuff into that suitcase, and I think it's going to beat me. For some reason, I've got more stuff than I think I can fit in that case. Anyway, I've got 15 minutes to see if I can make it work. Right, well, that's my hire car back here at 6th. Yeah, now it's off to the airport. That was a fair effort with all that luggage. I don't know how I have an extra bag full, but anyway, we're off shortly to Romania. This is a separate business class check-in area for Austrian Airlines in the very hot terminal. This gentleman suggested there might not be a flight tonight to Bucharest, which is interesting because I've got a reservation, so I hope that's not the case. He's found the flight, so it's all good. I must say the photographers who work for the F1 teams have a very good deal because they can leave all of their camera kit with the team and they'll ship the camera gear with their team stuff. And I'm pretty sure the gate I've got for this flight is the same as I had for last flight, which will mean that we're going to have to get a bus out to the aircraft, and there is no social distancing on the bus. Back in this lounge again, and it is bloody hot as usual, but the food is excellent. And I've got probably an hour of editing to do before I take off. So here's cheers. If you're coming through this airport, the tax back is actually after you clear immigration, just around the corner in Terminal G. And it's worth doing if you've spent a little bit of money. Let's have a quick check and see if they've got any Southern Comfort. I'm sure it'll be difficult to buy at the other end. It'll be difficult to buy it here. Nah, that's too hard. Normally I'm one of the first on a flight, but I think this time I'll be the last one on because we have to get a bus out to the aircraft. And I noticed that all you have to do to get on this flight is to swipe your boarding card. You don't have to show a passport at the actual check-in to the gate. And that to me is a little unusual. Oh, I think I'm mistaken. I think we have an air bridge. Hello. Thank you.
The flight time will be 1 hour and 10 minutes. We'll ensure a pleasant stay on board.
Just over an hour long and a good little meal. This time the pasta had some taste, unlike the other flight I had last Sunday night. And delighted to say that, as you can see here, we got an air bridge. Anyway, we've had to fill out a form. Guy sitting next to me said that, oh, you can fill it out, but they hardly ever collect it. All my research suggests that because I'm vaccinated and because I have a PCR test that's negative, I'm able to go and integrate in the community, don't have to quarantine, don't have to isolate. Anyway, I'm in Romania And I certainly didn't ever think that I would be travelling to Romania this year. Once again, very simple procedure to get through passport control. Handed over my passport, handed over my PCR certificate, and also my COVID vaccination form, but I'm not even sure they needed to see that. That might have just been an added extra for them. So this is Romania, and the capital is Bucharest. Anyone for duty free? I don't believe it. In the airport here at Bucharest. 19 euros for a litre, half the price of Australia. Did not expect to get that here in Bucharest airport, that's for sure. There were 5 of us in business class on that flight, and technically our luggage should come out first, and it doesn't at almost every place I go to, but we'll see if it comes out in the first 10 or 15 pieces of baggage here. If I was a betting man, I'd say no. Would have lost that bet because look, it's the 3rd piece out. I understand the hotel's pretty nice.
It is.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of the city, but it's very intimate.
Right. Well, it's a beautiful temperature here to be about 22 degrees, 20 degrees. I checked in 2 bags at the airport and I've only come out with 1, so now I have to go back inside and get the 2nd bag. So that'll be a challenge. Well, that was surprisingly quick and easy to go into the baggage hall, grab my bag, was still spinning around in the carousel, and I'm back in the car now and off to this beautiful hotel in town.
Let me stay. Would your arms around me? If we stay here like this is the only place where I wanna be. This is as long as we go.
I can record videos out here. So 4 hours sleep last night, which is nowhere near enough. And the reason for that is because this room is right on the front here and cops this banging sun first thing in the morning, and I couldn't get it any lower than 23 degrees. So I'm moving rooms. I'm very pleased to say I did indeed move rooms. I did manage to get the air conditioning down to 21 degrees. The food here at this place is fantastic. The bar is great. This is a beautiful room with lots of character, and it lends itself to doing videos like this in it. Oh, and I should say the reason I'm here is because I've only got 90 days that I'm allowed to spend in Schengen countries in 180. And I had to get out of Austria after Austria 1 and after Austria 2, otherwise I would have run too close with my number of days. If you haven't liked the video yet, hit the like button now. Go on, takes a second. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and if you'd like to receive raw files after every race and wallpapers every month, become a member, hit the join button. All of my digital images are available at prostarpics.com. You'll find my F1 driver photo books plus the 2021 best of book at kimillman.com. And for my best pictures live from the track and throughout the week, go to Instagram and search at Kim Illman. Thanks for watching and stay passionate. If you